Good morning and welcome to the 10 a.m. daily weather brief. For the remainder of this week ahead, we can't anticipate seeing much of the same as it relates to our overall pattern and the conditions that we have been experiencing ever since that winter storm passed through earlier this week. And looking day by day here, starting with tomorrow, we will see that high pressure is going to continue lingering over the southern U.S., and that's going to help bring us cold temperatures with limited precip chances, with the exception of a few glancing cold fronts, one of which is set to pass through the region later tonight. And if we look through the top, or look to the top left here, the second cold front is set to move through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, and that's going to bring some minor chances of seeing a few passing flurries, along with another reinforcing blow of cold air on the backside of that front. So that will keep our temperatures, unfortunately, locked into the 20s, with those overnight lows consistently dropping into the teens, as we again have been seeing here over previous days. And then approaching the weekend, we should see a cold and dry Friday ahead, as we do see a large digging trough in the upper levels that seems to suggest that there will be the development of a strong low off the southeast coast this weekend. And as of current, the model ensembles do have reasonably good agreement that strong high pressure will also dive southwards towards the Gulf in conjunction with that trough. That would, of course, help further lock in some cold air and steer the system that low if that were to come to fruition. However, uncertainty certainly comes into the equation about whether that system, when it develops, is set to stay offshore or move a bit closer in towards the coast. Either way, there is a good chance of seeing significant impacts as it relates to snowfall potentials. And at the very least, especially given how far out we are, it is fair to say that this weekend does hold the chance that we see that coastal storm developing and brings measurable snow to the area. But again, a bit far out, and a lot can change from now and then. And then looking to the right-hand side here on Monday, following that possible system's passage, we'll see high pressure does look to build back in, similar to as it is now over the southeast, and that will be as that low moves away from the area and off to the northeast. So taking a look at a couple models here, again, bit far out, but these are the most recent runs of some of the more predominant models out there that can extend out this far. And we see here actually reasonably good placement for the low as for consistency. And each scenario here, as of current, does have our area pretty well covered by potential winter precip, with rain remaining farther out to sea, which contrasts the system that we saw earlier this week. And in the bottom right here, that is the Euro, showing the placement of that low as it continues to move to the northeast. So if that low moves a bit further inland, which it would have to go a good ways inland, then we would see the chance of some more rain chances working their way into the forecast, whereas right now pretty solidly locked in with cold air. Now, looking at the 24-hour forecast ahead, we do remain on track with minimal changes from this morning. Light cloud cover out there, mostly sunny skies, that is, with light cloud cover out offshore. That is continuing to be the case. We'll see those mostly sunny skies continuing throughout the day, and then as that cold front sweeps through tonight, we'll see a slight uptick in overall coverage and then a decrease on the backside. As for temperatures, looking to climb into or up to and around freezing today, and then dropping back down into the teens. And for the winds, they are on their upward climb right now, potentially getting to wind advisory levels. So color on the board for the remainder of the day. Once we get out of this immediate period around noon is when we'll really start to see those winds gusting up towards those levels. But other than that, looks to be a rather nice but cold day ahead. And for the short-term risk chart here on Wednesday, anticipating partly cloudy conditions and a high around 28. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, slightly breezy, and we may see a slight chance of seeing some passing flurries in those overnight hours as that cold front moves through, and a low of 15. And then Thursday, partly cloudy and slightly breezy once again, and a high of 27 with a little bit of color indicating the chances of seeing a wind advisory. And for the 7 days ahead, seeing mostly sunny conditions today, partly cloudy moving into tomorrow with a very slight chance of seeing some flurries, and then we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies as we move towards the weekend, with snow chances introducing themselves Saturday and to Sunday. We'll get a better idea of timing once we get a little bit closer, and we'll see mostly sunny skies on the backside of that system if everything comes together as it currently stands. And for the temperatures, remaining largely in the 20s for our highs and in the teens for our low for the week ahead. And that is going to conclude the 7-day outlook. But everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll be back tomorrow with the daily weather operations brief.